That is some good games. We had lots of games today to talk about. And I will spend a little bit of time talking about these games because I know people are going to be asking throughout the day. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the stream. We're going to begin talking about Sony's State of Play, or as I like to call it, Sony Direct rip-off. I mean, how could you rip off what is essentially, as Jeff put it, a PowerPoint presentation? It's just the fact that they're doing it is the weird thing, because it's like, it's exactly the same format. But, yeah, it's Nintendo and Sony both did a thing today, and I'm glad I didn't wake up early for either. Let's take a look. I mean, it is a very direct copy of the style. Even like down to the slides and the way they move. it's kind of fucking hilarious. Next, they're going to reveal a Rumble Pack. We here at Sony have an add-on to our new controller, the DualShock BIC, and it is complete with Rumble Pack. That's right, Sony entered into a partnership with BIC, who makes pens. So, they're opening with Goose, which is weird, because Goose is definitely worth the 3 or 4 hours. But, really? Goose? Anyway, check this out. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Skin makes me cry. 'Cause I'm a goose. So they're starting with Goose Game. It's close enough. It's not really the same thing, is it? But yeah, they're starting with Goose Game. You gotta understand something. Goose Game is a meme game that is playable. It's a fun little puzzle Goose game. It's nothing like tremendous, but I mean, even Microsoft is getting this. So they're starting their State of Play with this. Sony, I have problems with Sony, but I'm more than willing to play anything good on their systems. And it's kind of weird because I'm wondering, like, how much more life does this PS4 have? About a year, I think, until PS5 comes out. About a year. I'm wondering what they're going to do with Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 and maybe Part 3, if there is a Part 3. Are they going to release those on PS5? I don't know. It's kind of weird, but... So anyway, Goose Game. Maybe they'll release both, I don't know. Goose Game is fun, and it is meme game, and people like this game. YouTube bait, some would call it, but I think it's got a little bit more to it than that. But jackasses like myself popularized it a little bit, and so expect to see a lot of Goose Game rip-offs over the next several years, I think. But here's the thing. There already was one that I played already in the Nintendo Indie presentation. But here, check this out.
To PS4 in just a few short days on December 17th.
Look at this. Slide and open the slide.
Multiplayer. Here's a spellbinding new battle royale experience heading to PS4 in 2020.
All right, so we're not going to watch this whole thing, but I have no interest in this. We'll skip around a little bit. It's a battle royale thing. I mean, look at it. It's you know if you want this game right away. You can tell just by looking at it and hearing about it. On the other hand, I'm good. So we'll just keep moving. I did think... Oh, here's the thing. I watched this earlier, and I did think there were a couple things in State of Play. A lot of people expressed their disappointment. Notice I had to punctuate every letter and consonant. I didn't think it was that bad.
Next up, the talented team at Media Molecule has an exciting new Dreams update to share with us. Let's see what's in
So Dreams is already out. I think it's kind of smart that they worked out some of the problems with the game and got plenty of content before officially releasing it. Also, what's this map? Accentuate, not punctuate, correct. That was my mistake from a moment ago. But yeah, I mean, Dreams is great. It was one of my, hang on a minute, it's dark. Okay, this was one of my games of the year. I love Dreams, and it's just a really bizarre little collection of games that people make and ultimate dabs and stuff. So yeah, this was expected. So they're releasing that fully. Here's a game called Superliminal, which I'm very interested in, but it's, I think, EGS exclusive at the moment. Whenever this is not on EGS, I'll stream it. But I played an earlier version of this game, and it's real cool, and I can't wait.
In fact, that we have no idea where you are.
You are now beyond conventional
So,
psychospatial limits.
look at this shit.
Don't be alarmed.
You are exhibiting signs consistent with an increase in fear,
Flatos.
hopelessness, and frustration.
Everybody, it's not GLaDOS, but it's close.
You're well beyond dreaming now, and further out than anyone has ever.
But yeah, this game is cool.
That you won't get discovered.
The early version and whatever version will presumably come out. Presumably. Oh dear lord, I said presumably. That's, gonna put some change in the swear jar. Coming to PS4 whenever the fuck.
And it's coming to PS4 next year.
Yeah, when the EGS exclusive deal's over. I kind of wish it... I just kind of wish I could play it now. I could, but I don't need to download another thing. So that's why I'm not. I'm being stubborn, Chad. I know. I'm stubborn. Don't want it.
Beast, an exotic and mysterious new world coming to PlayStation VR.
Presumably. Oh wow, presumably is correct. Holy shit. I thought it was presumably. It says here on Google, it says presumably is the equivalent to supposedly, according to what is generally assumed or believed. Wait, supposedly? Supposedly. Supposedly. Yeah, supposedly is also a real word. Is supposedly a word. What the fuck is... Google, get out of here. I'm sick of this shit. Anyway, this is a game in VR. It's got some weird paper, and I looked at this and my eyes started glazing over because while it looks interesting, it's not for me. It's just, it's whatever. It's paper. Vinny, how the fuck did you graduate? Well, you see, I failed my test that asked me two questions. One, is presumably a word, and two, is assumably a word. And you know, I failed that one test. Luckily, though, I retook it and it was 50-50. It was a true or false, and I guessed correctly both times. Both times, everybody. So yeah, I saw this, again, I'm not gonna stream this whole thing, but it's paper, and I started looking at this and I was like, oh yay, paper, cool. This is the, annual, I don't understand Kingdom Hearts moment,
This is the fear and despair that
where I watched this trailer,
seeing that you have
and it is an expansion to Kingdom Hearts 3, and I do not understand this, and I do not play Kingdom Hearts, so we're going to move on. Kingdom Hearts fans, you can write your hate mail to me now. Thank you. So, it's more of Kingdom Hearts 3, and I was trying really hard to... gave it a shot, and I saw Squall, and I thought that was cool, and Aerith.
3 Remind DLC debuts this January on PS4 with new...
Okay, then there's this. No, we're gonna skip this. I'm good on that. I don't know what...
Intense and combat games.
Okay, now, hang on a minute. This actually looks cool. I don't know what that previous shooty game was. I think it was a Predator game. I'm good. This looks cool. Babalion, Platinum, and Square. Yeah, Babalion, everybody. This is low quality, the video that I downloaded, so it's not going to look as good as it did. But it looks kind of good. This is probably my favorite thing that I saw. Because then you can juggle. It's got some DMC vibes. It's got your platinum style. The visuals look way better than they do right now here on my stream. I just wonder, because, like, Platinum has an A team and a B team in terms of effort. But this definitely looks cool. Someone said, from what I heard, Astral Chain was originally designed as a medieval game, but was suggested to make it a futuristic game and saved whatever they originally developed initially for its own game, which became Babylon. We'll see. It kind of reminds me of the 3D Castlevanias. You know which ones I'm talking about? Not Castlevania 64. It's like a God of War, old school God of War mixed with Castlevania, Lords of Shadow.
We can't wait to learn more about this title.
So.
Speaking of intense, we've got an exclusive reveal of the unannounced campaign portion of Capcom's Project Resistance.
Okay, now you've all seen the trailer for this. This would have been an amazing surprise if it wasn't leaked. So I'm gonna just talk over this trailer for a second because this was obviously the thing, aside from Babylon, this is the thing that obviously I'm most excited about because RE2 is one of my favorite things of the year. And, I can't wait for this. People are resident sleeping. You must be very proud of yourselves that you don't like good games. Someone said Resident Evil 4 doesn't need a remake. It really doesn't. I think Resident Evil 4 is fine as is. If they just release it with like a fresh coat of paint, I'd be fine with it. And it's also, Resident Evil 4 has been released 100 times. And it's currently on the Switch. Vinny, that's where the resident and resident sleeper comes from. Oh no, I think, people are resident sleeping the multiplayer component. But here's the thing. Fair enough, if it's... I get your point now, Resident Sleeper, Resident Evil. However, if it was just the multiplayer component on its own, I would not be as interested in this. But the fact that it's bundled with Resident Evil 3, I am really, really interested in checking out the Project Resistance thing. Also, it's really weird to get used to someone's face and then they have like a slightly different face years later.
The city is completely cut off, isolated.
She still looks good.
I'm not unaffected. But right now it's got a hard on for the only 2 stars left in town.
They don't need a bleeding heart like you getting in the way.
But yeah, it's Resident Evil 3. It's Carlos, it's Jill. I've never played this. I've only seen it played a bit. And considering how much I loved Resident Evil 2, this is definitely not a resident sleeper for me.
What's wrong with Umbrella?
I can't stop them all.
You gotta get out of there.
And again, it's like only a year later.
Come on.
We've got to be dreaming.
Like a year and a couple months. So, let's see. You know, I mean, I think if it's got the same level of care and attention and detail that they put into Resident Evil 2, I think it'll be great. I know Resident Evil 3 is not the most popular of the Resident Evil games because you're being chased by Nemesis the whole time, and probably other reasons I'm unaware of, but I am excited to play it for the first time in this way, and I can't wait, really. I mean, it's going to be a good stream. And then you have the multiplayer thing, which, listen, Resident Evil and multiplayer doesn't really fully make sense to me. It's been done a couple times. I never really got into it. I never really bought into it. The thing I liked best was the Mercenaries mode and the Raid mode. That was pretty cool. I don't think... I haven't been following Project Resistance, but if it's anything like Raid mode, I'd be kind of interested. So,
Resident Evil
yeah.
3 is coming to PS4 on April 3rd and is available for pre-orders starting today. As a bonus, Resident Evil 3 also includes Resident Evil Resistance, an intense 4v1 survival game.
Someone said Raid Shadow Legends. Well, that's next.
First look. Before we
Oh, and then an announcement about PlayStation. And then here's the Ghosts. What is this called? The dude was like, hey, thank you for making PlayStation all good and stuff. Ghosts of Sekiro, cool. No, this is Ghosts of Tsushima, which I'll probably be talking about more when the Game Awards is on, because this is not a complete trailer. It looks, some of these characters look very plasticky, but that doesn't mean it's bad. That's really all I can tell from the trailer. The oily, sure. So I have no real opinion on this other than it's half a trailer. And we'll see, maybe it'll be good. Vinny, they ate 40 pizzas in 30 days. Cool. That's him, that's Papa. You can tell by the hair, that's him. Ghost of Tsushima. Alright. So that's the state of play. There's like a minute left. It was okay. Again, I saw people bitching about it online saying it was terrible. I didn't think it was terrible. We got a couple things. Of course, Resident Evil 3, apparently having been revealed, kind of took some of the wind out of the sails there. And, apparently the Kingdom Hearts trailer was leaked as well. So it was just okay. Again, until Sony has their PS5 primed and ready to go, we're just going to be getting a box of scraps. That said, next year we're getting Final Fantasy VII Remake, so, I mean, it's some good stuff. But that's it, just like 20 minutes of reveals and some goose games. So Sony, I'm not the biggest PlayStation fan, but like I said, whatever they put out, if it's good, it's good. And I will check out maybe Babalion. Of course, Resident Evil I'll be getting on PC. I will continue to play Dreams, and eagerly awaiting PS5 news. Alright, then Nintendo did something, and by the way, people were expecting a Smash reveal, and this is not a Nintendo Direct. The amount of people complaining that there was no Smash Brothers news in the comments blew my mind. So this isn't even really a Nintendo Direct. This was just an indie showcase. I think they even called it... What did they call it? Indie World. So a completely different thing. Similar format. So anyway, I'm not gonna show you everything from start to finish, but this is the sports game, Sports Story. I played Golf Story a little bit. I'm not really into sports, but I know that this game is more than that, and apparently Golf Story is amazing. I only played a little bit of it, and it seemed cool. So, once again, I don't really know how I feel about this, because I didn't play enough Golf Story, but look at that. Like, what sport was that? What sport is that? Sports. So there's dungeons, there's sports, then there's this. Look at the one dude with his hands in his pocket the whole time. Streets of Rage 4. All right. I'm sure there's a lot of people excited about this. I don't know.
On plates and bad guys to beat down when Streets of Rage 4 comes to Nintendo Switch in the first half of 2020.
I kind of I'm not the biggest beat 'em up fan. So one thing that they did for these indie reveals is they had a lot of developer footage of just them talking, being like, "Yo, check out my game. We made a game. Take a look." Anyway, this is a confusing game because I looked away for a couple minutes and then I looked back and I saw Hollow Knight.
その世界の中でプレイヤーは一本の剣となり、子供たちの力を借りて強大な敵と戦するんで。
Imagine if you turn into a sword.
I mean, it looks like Freya from Final Fantasy IX in the world of Hollow Knight.
Especially if it happened in a stained glass world where you and some children are on a quest to reach its heart. Where's the UI, you ask? Where we're going, you won't need any UI.
Why not?
This game knows how players like you think and how to guide you through without anything unnecessary like words. Who needs them? See if you
A lot of yeah, people in chat are saying that there's less animation than Hollow Knight because a lot of it's like the quality of it is like lots of tweening. But yeah, words, man, we made them up.
Eerily beautiful, if you will, especially if it happened in a stained glass world where you and some children are on a quest to reach its heart. Where's the UI, you ask? Where we're going, you won't need any UI.
Amazing.
This game knows how players like you think and how to guide you through without anything unnecessary like words.
Could you believe it? Words.
Couch co-op game that I think you're gonna like.
Then we get to watch this guy eat snacks for a little bit, and then they show. I'm not even kidding. He just eats for like 45 seconds, and then kind of a weird version of Overcooked. Bacon switch.
And in player versus player mode, it's every baker for themselves.
Okay, so far, even though Gleamlight does look like a Hollow Knight clone a little bit, and this looks like a bit, it looks very Overcooked. I think everything here looks fine. I'm sure people are more interested in some of these games than I am, but nothing yet has struck my fancy. Not really into anything. I don't think I'm gonna buy any of these except this one.
On behalf of the team here at Digital Continue, I'm excited to announce our new game.
So far.
Super Mesh is a game that makes games. It's a love letter to game culture.
This
set in a game shop owned by a
looks
brother and sister
cool as fuck.
Serious game console. The magic of Super Mesh is what we didn't do. The games it produces are not scripted. It's the game itself that mashes the genre.
The game.
It creates a different game every time you play. You never know what it's gonna do. Just do me one favor, okay? This is the code to my favorite.
So this guy makes, he gave us a code. So apparently this game's already out and there's 6 genres that you can mash. Like you take one genre, you add another genre, and you get a new one, right? Apparently they're going for, I think, about 12.
Here, put it in.
For the Switch version. But anyway, here's what it is. I mean, so if there's 6 genres now, that means that there's 66. Oh, there's 66, right? 66 different games that they had to program. 36. That's right, chat. That's what I said. Order 36. Very good. Presumably, there are 36 games. People are like, how did this guy graduate high school, let alone college?
Super Mash will shake things up on Nintendo Switch.
Vinny, it's not 36, it's randomly generated content.
What would you do if the world...
Well, I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, I want to learn more about that because that seems like a lot of fucking work. And if they're doing more than 6 genres, that could be amazing.
With solving a series of complex puzzles, you'll divert drones, manipulate laser beams...
Anyway, Talos is out now. Talos I've seen speedruns of. Not my kind of game, but it looks cool. People really like this one, so Talos. This kind of surprisingly won me over a little bit.
Nothing quite like a high-seas adventure combining classic naval action with exploration.
Maybe not won me over, but it's piqued my interest.
You battle with pirates, sea monsters, even the sea itself.
You get some...
The entire map is procedurally generated, and all across it you'll discover islands to explore and quests to take.
Kind of reminds me of Everspace.
Looting pirates. And you'll do it all from your custom boat. You pick the design, colors, weapons, and equipment. As you progress, you'll add new boats to your fleet and give orders
like Everspace Wind Waker.
You aren't sailing yourself. Better keep track of the wind and use physics to your advantage. When Sail
I don't know.
Force sails into port on Nintendo Switch in 2020.
Whatever it is, I hope it ends up a little bit more substantial than just that, because that looked cool, but I hope there's a lot of content and things to do on the open sea. I need more information, but I am interested. Furnish me with the informations.
I'm Nick Clifford, developer here at Phoenix.
All right, so we don't need to watch all of this, but it's Dauntless. It's Monster Hunter game. It's free. I was considering checking it out, but I'm still not really in the mood for a monster killing game. Is this any good, chat? No. Most people are just saying no, and it runs like trash. Okay, thanks. Good enough. Cross-platform. You're better off playing Iceborne. Mediocre. Alright, well, that seems to be most of the chat.
Dauntless, you're all that stands between your world and the massive boss-sized behemoths that seek to devour it. With cross-platform,
Now, did this come out before or after Fortnite? Just on a visual standpoint alone.
And with cross-save functionality, you can take your Slayer on the go with Nintendo Switch, no matter where you began your...
Someone in chat said, most of chat has 3 IQ, Vinny. I thought 6 times 6 was 66. So...
So form a hunting party and forge your legacy with challenging co-op battles in this rich, evolving world. Create deadly weapons and powerful armor from the very creatures you slay.
Wait, so you can carve the monsters and create armor and weapons?
And immerse yourself in... Can you and your robot scout crack the case one nonogram at a time? Guess your only option is to dig up clues. While
this one's called Murder by Numbers.
Sugimori, the composer behind Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney and Beautiful Joe.
Picross?
Along the way, you'll interrogate weird and wonderful characters designed by Hato Moa of Hato
Dick's Flask?
From TV studios to glitzy award shows, you must uncover a tangled web of conspiracy, deception, and, of course, murder.
So, Mjardar! I don't know.
It's no longer a mystery. Murder by Numbers launches first as a timed exclusive on Nintendo Switch in early 2020.
So I'm sure someone is going to pick that up. Okay, so then Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. Never played this here. This is a good game, though. So, Oddworld, good. You get the crossbow.
Hunt down every outlaw in Mungo Valley if that's what it takes.
Yeah, I remember when this game first came out, people were really into it. So, well, it's good. It's on Switch. That's cool, I guess. So, but again, I'm presenting this to you from my perspective, you know, because it's my stream. So if I'm not interested in a game, it doesn't mean it's a bad game. It just means it's there. It's just a game. This I played, and I glitched this bird out of the level really, really hard.
Oh man, why is this so adorable? You take an ordinary skateboard, you put a bird
Goose
on
bait.
it, and just look at him go.
It's a goose-like, everybody.
Whether they're grinding on bendy straws, kick flipping over staplers, or carving.
No, it's a bird game with skateboarding. The version I played was really glitchy, and
tiny clothing, help out fellow birds, and find secret mixtapes of original low.
I didn't think this was ever gonna make it to like a final form. I thought it was just like a tech demo.
When Skatebird launches on Nintendo Switch in late 2020.
However, it's gonna have another year in development from now. I played it earlier this year. So that's a lot of development time for a fucking game about a skateboard tech deck bird. Anyway, Kojima's probably got something to do with this next game. This looks cool, just from a style standpoint and from a storytelling standpoint. Again, not entirely sure I'm gonna pick this one up. Kind of reminds me a little bit, like, the gameplay, when it does have gameplay, reminds me of My Friend Pedro a little bit, but very, very, very simple Pedro. Or Inside, okay. haven't played that one.
You saw it for yourself in the trailer, people. Liberated blends the art of cyberpunk, hand-drawn graphic novels with interactivity.
Sorry, wrong image.
To create one seamless experience. In this near-future dystopia.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a game where you're in a comic. It kind of reminds me of Sin City, if you remember that. This next one's called McClunky.
The eerily familiar, always online society gives way to complete government control. But that won't stop an insurgent group called Liberated.
Crawler mashup. We are
Okay, can we watch this in full for a second here?
Liberated will release first as a timed exclusive on Nintendo Switch in 2020.
So notice I've been skipping around. Nope, you have the floor.
This is our game, Boyfriend Dungeon, a dating simulator dungeon crawler mashup. We are super excited to announce that Boyfriend Dungeon will be coming to the Nintendo Switch, which means you'll be able to date your weapons at home.
Date your weapons at home. This sounds like it was created by the previous game that made genres. It sounds like a randomly generated game.
Go.
If you're like me, then you're never going to forget your summer stay at Verona Beach, where you're tasked with clearing out all the creatures in the dungeon.
Gotta kill the martinis.
Oh, and it only gets better.
Does
because
it?
The weapons you can find there transform.
Yep.
Into cuties, and they're forge precious memories with your many loves, and use their individual combat styles to clear out all the monsters as you uncover the dungeon secrets together. Did I mention romantic dates? Oh, be still my heart.
Romantic dates, huh?
There's also the Nintendo Switch exclusive HD Rumble function.
What does that mean? What do you mean exclusive HD Rumble feature? What does that mean? The way she said it, too, was a little...
Dungeon secrets together.
Interesting.
Did I mention romantic dates? Oh, be still my heart. Oh, and there's also the Nintendo Switch exclusive HD Rumble function. Level up your love when Boyfriend Dungeon comes to Nintendo Switch in 2020.
Okay, now I blacked out when I watched that and my brain lapsed. So I ended up combining that game with this one. And listen to what this next person says.
Sometimes the only way to face a tough subject is head on, even if that means battling a nightmarish depression living inside a young woman's subconscious.
Now, in my mind, after the Nintendo Direct was over, I was like, wait a minute. Was that Boyfriend Dungeon game about fighting depression inside of a young woman's subconscious? And then I realized, no, it was another game.
Thankfully, you'll have an expansive combat system on your side, combining a brawler, a top-down shooter, and a dungeon crawler. Every time you slumber, you'll face another randomized dungeon found in one of the game's beautifully haunting dreamscapes, littered with powerful artifacts, challenges, and puzzles.
It looks
Forge
nice.
friendships in your waking
Again, you're looking at it in crust quality, but it looks okay.
dreams to dispel the
Someone's saying that's some blurry as fuck visuals. No, this is, honestly, I'm just streaming this in shit quality.
darkness within. You'll warp the dreamscape around you with lucid powers that alter the flow of time and space. When Dreamscaper launches first on Nintendo Switch as a timed exclusive on consoles in early 2020.
It's okay.
Hey everyone, we're extremely excited to reveal a brand new game we've been working on at Team 17.
I think this one looked cool.
Base building and survival, along with a few surprises, in a new adventure set within the Escapist universe. And on Nintendo Switch, you can play with 3 of your friends in local wireless and online multiplayer.
We hope you enjoy the video.
Worms. No, this one looked kind of alright, actually, to me. And I haven't played a lot of, like I didn't play Don't Starve, but I get Don't Starve vibes from this. You get to, you have monkey fellas. You play as Carl Pilkington, and you've got monkey fellas, chat. But, yeah, you can, like, build stuff together and build, like, walls and... I don't know what that means, the Escapist universe. I don't really understand. There's a little monkey fella, me and Suzanne. We got onto the island, and we trained a bunch of monkeys.
Whether you're crafting...
It's a game... Oh, I thought it was
or,
the...
yes, training monkeys.
The YouTube video series.
These procedurally generated islands are alive. They change during the day-night cycle, and they're riddled with adventure and a wealth of secrets.
Yeah, like Don't Starve, Minecraft, and Stardew Valley a little bit.
You'll uncover your own recipes and multiple crafting trees. That should help you overcome the hidden threats lurking within temples, full of exotic riches and
We'll see.
slick
I like the
weapons.
3D effect.
You can play co-op locally or online with up to 3 friends who each have their own game and system to try and survive together. However, not everyone will be pleased to see you thrive. The Survivalists releases on Nintendo Switch in 2020.
Fine. Okay. I mean, Team 17 does pretty good stuff, so we'll see. Starbound 2 Electric Boogaloo? Oh.
We're coming to the end of our presentation, so we'd like to take a moment to thank all of our partners for giving Nintendo Switch owners so much.
And then Tom Happ shows up and says, "You are not in control. I've been working on this game for 4 years." Axiom Verge 2. Apparently a prequel, kind of. Like, it's like something that explains the beginning of this universe, I think. So not a lot to look at. I didn't see any shooting. And Axiom Verge had lots of Metroid-esque shooting. I want to say it's just kind of weird. Like, it looks a little bit... Here's the thing. If you do the same thing, people will chastise it for being too similar. And if you do something too different, then you're the Last Jedi. And you never want to be the Last Jedi. You want to be the first Jedi. So what I'm trying to say is I think it looks cool because it does remind me of Axiom Verge quite a bit. But the setting and the way things kind of move around, I'm like, wait a minute, is this going to be a really different type of game? Like, I don't know how close to Metroid it's going to get like the first one did. Axiom Verge 1 is probably one of my favorite games of the decade, actually. Maybe not like in my top 10 or 20, but it's definitely great. And it brought back the Metroid feel better than almost any other game in recent memory. So I love Axiom Verge, and a sequel being in development for 4 years, it's a long fucking time. However, we will see. I think the Nintendo indie stuff looked pretty good. It was just a matter of a couple games piqued my interest, and who knows which of these will end up being good. I know I've been saying that for pretty much every game, but I just need more informations. So, a couple things to look forward to, at least. And Resident Evil 3, officially revealed, looks good. Axiom Verge 2, I'm really excited about. I hope that's good. And that Super Mash game, I think, will make for a really fun stream. And Boyfriend Dungeon, how about that? Something tells me Boyfriend Dungeon's going to end up being a charity stream incentive at some point. God, I don't even know. Well, anyway, this was a very unexpected day where just lots of video games were revealed. And I know people were going to ask me all kinds of stuff, so I figured here it is. Here's a full video, or a full segment, rather, on the stream where I talk about it. That said, in 2 days, the Game Awards has a bunch more reveals. So this week is proving to be kind of crazy for video games. So I'm going to play some video games now. I'm going to play Halo Reach. But after that, I will do Mario Maker 2. And then, on Thursday, I will stream the Game Awards. Here's that awkward in-between section where I don't want to speak because it'll get cut from the video later. Someone said, serious question, are you getting paid to stream the VGAs? I do not take money for anything I do on the stream. That's a cold, hard rule I have. And I especially don't get paid for something like that. I make fun of the VGAs. I am streaming it for enjoyment purposes and to just take the piss out of some of it and see the reveals and react to it. So, no, I don't have anything like that. Though Twitch does encourage. I got an email telling me to do it. The email was like, hey, you know, you should stream this. I'm like, okay, I was going to anyway. It said, that's what it said. Hey, you should stream this. Also, give me 1 second. The game just... Halo Reach. Here we go. Vinny, well then how do you get paid then? You should know you're a sub. I don't do brand deals. I don't do, like, sponsorships. Alright, so Halo Reach, once again, apparently there was a setting. Audio quality was set to 0, and I changed it from 0 to 1. And, I have no idea if that's going to help, but Desert said it did help a little bit. Like, it doesn't fix the bad mixing of, like, the weapon sounds. But apparently the audio quality helps a little bit. Play. Yep, this coin. That's awesome. Wow, that was a really great level. And there was a lot of attention to detail in there. Great. Great fucking level. That's a good one to end on. Yeah, it's kind of cool to come back to Mario Maker after all this time and see some of these levels, like see where everything's progressed. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely stream more of this, either later in the week or next week. Because this has turned into, aside from the Zelda stuff and the new things, just the quality of the levels that keep getting voted to popular courses. Kamikaizo, Part 8.
Roll it, thunder!
Link's actual crossbow training. Oh shit! 89! Cool. Bullying. Binyot, please not make baby. Boss isn't too bad if you're patient. Pretty much what I felt, yeah. It's a shame we had to put old Koopa down. Oh, you win some, you lose some! Oh, cool. Vinny isn't your friend. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like that was the one thing I wasn't happy about was that final boss. I probably would have done it a little bit differently, but at the same time, some people like the challenge, so I don't know. But it's hard to know because there's a 6% clear rate, but people that are vocal about it are like, yeah, this is fine. So I think next time I do a level, I'd probably be a little bit more careful about the boss battle. Doesn't need to be that much easier. I just think the amount of shit that gets thrown at you, like that one person said, if you're not patient, kind of sucks a little bit. All right. Vinny, all of your levels are 6% clear rate? Yeah, it seems like it. %, streamer. One day I'll get a 10% clear rate. Let us do the art. Tomorrow night I'll probably do more Halo, because today it got shafted a little bit. And then maybe Black Mesa. Maybe tomorrow will be shoot night. Could be. And then Thursday is Game Awards. Okay, a little bit of art tonight, not too much, but this one's from Abbas. Star Wars, not even once. That's good. Poor Cal. This one's from Cryptid Kitten. It is Vinesauce the Blinds. Oh, this is in reference to... I was missing something in-game, and someone in chat apparently was saying Radiohead, The Blinds. I do it to myself, don't I? Cool art. Looks like I have a title for my next album. This one's from Jet Shade. This little animated bouncy shroom. Nice work.
My clunky. Bet you have. My clunky.
Wrong scene. Very unintentional. But yeah, nice little bouncy shroom. This one's from Cheesy Draws, and it's Paper Me, Paper Luigi. Someone in chat is saying, apparently it's maklonki, a word that means I'll end you. Okay. M-A space K-L-O-U-N apostrophe key E. That's right, key E. Star Wars chat. It's a Star Wars thing. Anyway, this is cool. This is really great Paper Mario art. One day I'd like to do Paper Mario stream. One day. This one's from Cows Are Tasty. Did you look at the McClanky? What is it, though? It looks like a gherkin. Is the McClanky just a gherkin? I don't know. No one knows. This one's from Shangwin. Apparently there was a meme. Have a fungus. This is based on a meme. Oh, okay. Boy, memes are getting weird. 1 second. It's another Fisherman's Horizon. Oh man, this art is 171 megabytes. Someone posted this in chat. What? This is the non-background version, but this is not what it's supposed to look like. It's cool, but hang on a minute. This is, again, incorrect. This is what it's supposed to look like. And this was made by Wii2. WII2. It's a cool BRB. It's nice to look at. Definitely could use that. Cool, I think that's the art tonight, chat. Ozkai made that, by the way. And the Go Take a Shit from yesterday. It's a good way to ruin some nice Final Fantasy music. Alright, everyone, that's it. Stream over. Goodbye. Good night. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening, or morning, or day, or whatever, or night, or sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. This music is making this very low-energy outro sound more epic than it has any right to be, so I'll just end the stream now, but thank you for watching. And thank you for your patience, as always. Nice levels, nice art. I appreciate it. So, see you tomorrow, and then see you Thursday, too. Watch some other streamers that stream, if you want. Just wait here for the auto host, or twitch.tv/team/Vinesauce, Vinesauce.com. Be sure to throw out any string beans that have garlic on them, because they can smell real bad while you're streaming. You don't want that. Alright, good night, and see you next time. Bye. Fuck faces.